because there's only 9 theaters in the US that are playing it in 70 millimeter, and one is relatively near me.
Hell yeah.
So I would check it out of curiosity, but it's pretty much exactly what I thought it would look like. So the movie was shot in 35 millimeter, but then edited in 2K digital. My guess is that they took a 2K, it's called a digital intermediate, and then upscaled it to 4K, and then did a film out to a 70 millimeter negative. That would be my guess.
Okay.
So, yes, the point being, it's still, even though it's on 70 millimeter, it still looks a bit digital
Oh, okay.
in the highlights, and then also it's not doesn't have much resolution. It's only maybe slightly better than watching a Blu-ray on a gigantic screen. Though the one thing I realized watching it was that it is on film, so that it does recreate how the two movies originally came out. They came out, or at least in most theaters, like, or when I saw it, it was on 35 millimeter Kill
Oh,
Bill
okay.
2 from my memory.
Oh, okay.
I guess there was, I guess, digital projection at that point, but inherently, if you're projecting light, through film, it has just a different look and feel than digital.
Yeah, that's true.
The flicker. So I would say the 70 millimeter, I think, is pointless. But if you want to go to a 35 millimeter screening of Kill Bill: The Whole Bloody Affair, it does have the, that film look of
Yeah.
the projector and the flickering.
I would like that, but that's not the version I'll be seeing,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That kind of adds to the sort of grindhouse thing of it, because there's
Yeah.
also the real changes where you have the dot that pops up in the corner and the
Oh,
reel
that's
flips
cool.
over. So it kind of adds to that whole Tarantino grindhouse aesthetic that he
Yeah.
likes. But it's not gonna really, in terms of the resolution, it's not really gonna look any better on 35 millimeter than it does in a 4K digital screening.
Okay.
But it's just sort of that analog film thing.
Yeah. That would be fun.
What are the differences between the US releases of the original films and this whole bloody affair? One problem is I went to go check my Kill Bill Blu-rays, but neither of them work anymore.
Whoa. Wow. Really? I gotta check mine.
Yeah. So I do have a question for everyone, because there's one I'm not really sure of. Yeah, it's called a cigarette burn, is that little circle. Okay, so I got in right as the movie was starting. Originally, when it came out, there was a title card with the Klingon quote. So, but I did not see it. But this is what I heard: is they replaced it with like a tribute to Kinji Fukasaku,
Yeah.
the Japanese director.
That's cool.
Sort of the biggest addition is they did a new animated scene in the Oren Ishii origin story
Yeah.
that is supposedly 7.5 minutes.
That's what I read.
So it's basically like the guy that killed her parents. She goes and hunts the guy down in an elevator, and I won't spoil what happens.
Okay. Because it's a
Maybe
new
they,
scene. It's
maybe
literally a
they,
new scene.
yeah, maybe they become friends and then go out for
Maybe.
coffee. You don't
Yeah.
know.
You don't know. I'm not gonna make any assumptions.
And then there's some differences in the Crazy 88 scene. Obviously, it's in color now.
Yeah.
It was originally in black and white when it played in the States.
That's true. I just always thought it looked cool in black and white, but that's colors. It'll be cool to see it differently in a different light now.
Yeah, so that was really, really cool. And there's also more violence in the scene.
Oh, an
Um,
already mega violent scene.
yeah,
Wow.
and I couldn't see the original version to check it, but like,
Oh yeah. So
I
you
think there's
tried
a
to watch it.
I think there's an extra thing of a guy getting knocked in the throat, and then there's also, I think there's more with the limbs getting hacked off and spraying
Hell yeah, I'm all about that.
a little bit, tiny bit extra. There is if you remember at the end of the fight, there's that scared guy, and she whacks him on the butt. and it's like,
Yeah.
"Go home." There's another interaction that I'm pretty sure is was added with so a similar interaction with that same guy that I don't think is in the original,
Okay.
and people can correct me, um
It's hard to notice everything and
yeah, but I did not remember that from I haven't seen the movies in, like, 5 years, but I've seen them a goodly number of times.
yeah.
Goodly is not a word, but,
I like it. It sounds friendly. It remind it's got a "ly" at the end of it, so,
so it's similar, like, she doesn't kill the guy, and he's afraid and runs off,
yeah.
but there's now 2 of those scenes. And then, like, you see more of Sophie getting her limbs hacked off,
Okay.
so, I'm pretty sure there's more gore there. So I guess, yeah, the biggest thing is that the postscript where Bill of part 1, where Bill explains that, the baby is still alive, that's cut out. So
Okay.
in this version, you don't find out that her daughter's alive until she finds out. So
Interesting.
that's sort of the big
That's pretty
difference.
big. That's pretty huge.
And then the recap in the beginning of part 2, with the bride just talking to the camera, and she's in the car, and she's recapping stuff, that's cut out.
Oh, okay.
This one, I'm not sure of, and again, but the Pei Mei training sequence, I swear there's, like, a couple added lines of dialogue from the original version,
Hmm,
but I couldn't remember what they were. But it seemed like that way to me. So if you when you see it, let me know if you think there's any, like, additional lines of Pei Mei insulting the bride
okay.
during the training sequence. So, yeah, I could be wrong about that. When the bride goes to the brothel in Mexico, there's, like, maybe 30 seconds of footage before she actually arrives of the prostitutes hanging out.
Mhm. Yeah, that, bar or whatever, that little
Yeah,
cantina
with,
thing.
Esteban, Michael Parks playing Esteban.
Yeah, Michael Parks.
So, yeah, right before that dialogue scene, there's maybe 30 seconds of extra footage, but it's
Interesting.
all it is just, like, the prostitutes hanging out.
Yeah.
It
Nothing big.
does yeah, it doesn't really there's no, like, dialogue or anything.
I guess Tarantino liked it and
Yeah, and it has the same end credits from part 2, except there's the new title card, whole it says "Whole Bloody Affair,"
oh,
and then after that, there's, like, a "Let's Go to the Lobby" parody, like,
cool.
a anthropomorphized popcorn and a
Yeah.
soda,
I love those little guys.
dancing. So there's a similar thing in Grindhouse,
Okay.
but this is not this I don't think it's the same one that's in Grindhouse, but I don't know why it's there. I would um, there was a 15-minute intermission, and then after all that, the very end, it's less than 10 minutes, but there's a Fortnite animated scene that supposedly Tarantino wrote,
What? Interesting.
and I thought it was really stupid,
It doesn't sound good at all.
but it's like in the Fortnite universe, it's Go-Go's sister tracks down, the bride in LA and tries to kill her.
If
So,
if you're a Fortnite fan, I guess that's cool, but, like, everyone else is not gonna understand that at all, Which
and
I don't play Fortnite, so, yeah, I don't care about that.
I'm an elderly man. It didn't really make any sense. I thought it was really bad and random and stupid.
I'm assuming that was not Quentin Tarantino's idea. Obviously, he, like, agreed to do it, but there's no way that was, like, his idea.
I heard that somebody came to him and he's like, "Well, I have this scene. You can just have it and do whatever you want with it."
That makes sense, yeah. Okay.
But it doesn't even feel like it's written by a human, let alone Tarantino.
It probably isn't. It
It
probably isn't.
feels like they ran it through like a Fortnite AI.
I bet they did.
I don't
I
know if
may
such a thing exists.
I believe it. I believe that happened.
So overall, it was really cool seeing it as one movie. To me, it's
especially with all the legend behind it, you know?
I guess the ideal version for me would be like this version, but just maybe a little shorter, maybe 20 minutes shorter. Especially that animated scene is really feels really long now, and then there's a couple other
7 and a
sections.
half added minutes is quite a bit, you know,
There's
of a
a couple other sections that could be shorter. Not having that information in the middle, I think,
yeah,
is an improvement.
yeah, 'cause this is, Tarantino's preferred version, right? This is the way he likes it to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
apparently.
there's the experience of that, which is also cool. Even if you're not blown away by it, it's still a fun, like, novelty experience.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it in the theater originally, so
Yeah, I saw them twice in the theater each originally.
yeah, for some reason, I remember them coming out. I was weird with the Kill Bill stuff, like, came out and everyone was talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, man, that looks pretty cool." Didn't see it in the theater. I watched it, like, as they came out, and then I just left them alone for, like, the longest time. I only really, like, reacquainted myself with Kill Bill, like, I think last year or maybe even earlier this year, and I just was so blown away. Like, it was almost like I watched it for the first time, really, because I just didn't give it the proper time. So I think they're my favorite Tarantino movies.